Ukraine officials say Russia is using prisoners of war to put pressure on their families to carry out acts of sabotage. Kyiv says about half the families of Ukrainian POWs have been approached by Russian operatives. Russia denies those claims. Will Vernon reports from Kyiv.
Firebomb attacks in Ukraine carried out by Ukrainians. Some do it for money, paid by suspected Russian agents. But others are motivated by the desperation of waiting for news of loved ones. Svetlana hadn't heard from her husband, Dima, for more than 2 years. He was captured not long after the full-scale invasion.
A
Ukrainian number called me. I picked up and he introduced himself as Dmitry. He spoke with a Russian accent. He said, if you want your husband to come home sooner, I can help, but you'll need to do something. Either set fire to a military facility, a car, or a railway electrical box.
Svetlana reported the call to the security service, who told her she should try and stall the Russians while they investigated. She managed to record some of the calls.
Pour in a litre of the fluid and add a bit of petrol. Go to some sort of railway junction. Make sure there are no security cameras. And wear a hat, just in case.
The security service told Svetlana the calls were coming from inside Russia and she should refuse to cooperate further.
And then the threats began. He said they'd kill my husband and I'd never see him again. For days, he kept calling, saying, "Your husband is being tortured, and it's your fault."
Did you at any point consider going through with it?
No, not for a second. My husband never would have forgiven me if I had done something like that.
The authorities say families who report the incidents will be treated as victims. But if they agree, they can be charged with high treason.
They're in a very vulnerable position and some of them are ready to do anything. In general, it's very minor damage for Ukrainian armed forces, but it can destabilize the Ukrainian society's unity. So it's a main problem. And of course, in case someone is going to share the location of, for example, air defense system, it's a big problem for us too.
Officials here tell us that 50% of all families of Ukrainian prisoners of war are approached by Russian agents. But they say the number of cases where family members agree to carry out sabotage is minimal. In a statement, Russia denied allegations it uses prisoners' families as leverage. Svetlana's husband was eventually released and says the Russians didn't punish him for his wife's refusal to cooperate. But with thousands of Ukrainians still in captivity, some could go to extreme lengths to bring their loved ones home.